Hi everyone, I'm Any New Province, and I just finished up the league with Grim Memory. We did get to go infinite once, and our record wasn't even that bad. Anyway, you can frog your opponents out in whatever match you want by clicking on the timestamps in the description down below. While you're down there, if you wouldn't mind liking the video and subscribing to the channel, I'd seriously appreciate it. It's a great way to let me know you've enjoyed everything, and it really encourages me to keep making great Pauper content. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the league. All right, well, this is like kind of a reasonable start. We'll get Multani's Acolyte down first, most likely. Keep drawing. I wish we had more of a ramp spell than Sakura Tribe Elders, but we got one combo piece in hand, so I'm happy about that. We'll see if we can find some ramp. Doomblade. That is certainly not ramp. Play Force, say go. When Mick go in the background, yeah, just do it the whole time. Maybe we'll do that someday. That's what I should have done for April Fools. Looks like Boros Bully. Okay. Well, I assume our opponent has some way to pump this guy up, so we should probably go get our black mana with Sakura Tribe Elder while we've got a shot. And then next turn we can Doomblade. It's a little anemic, but it is what we've got to do. And we have two of our tutor targets in Consume Spirit and Llanowar Druid. Sometimes this can just get like huge. Like if we can peck in damage with Multani's Acolyte and then you can like Consume Spirit them out after that, it gets pretty okay. But our opponent's going to have a high life total. That shouldn't really matter. Oh, wow. Okay, they're going to just point an Electrickery at Sakura Tribe Elder, get it out of the way. Reasonable. Okay, get a Swamp. And so next turn we'll probably go Acolyte Doomblade. I think seems pretty good. That's right, Tatuna, we're starting a little bit early. Got a new schedule going on in my life. So I'm trying that out. There's Grim Harvest. Like to see that. It is a little more difficult to play it in this deck. I don't think my opponent has any way to stop me from Doomblading their Sakura Tribe Elder, so I think I'm just going to run out Multani's Acolyte. We need the rest of our cards to kind of start going here. Having a little bit of extra mana with Grim Harvest would be nice. But yeah, them having as much instant speed removal as they have makes it a little more clunky. We just have to wait to commit it until we have enough mana to use it properly, to make sure it doesn't get exiled. A big part of this deck is going to be playing fast, so if I'm not as interactive as I used to be... Alright, that's okay. That was going to die eventually. I know, eh? You're like, oh man, I'm out of here. See ya. Opponent gets in with both, so we will Doomblade the Seeker. But we don't have a ton of removal, so we're going to have to find better ways to answer our opponent's board than just the Doomblade. There's a Heart Warden. I don't know if I want a Heart Warden this turn. I think I just want to run out Steve. Keep ramping. Probably go get our other black source so that we can safely Grim Harvest. So if that's the case, I might want to just run out the Heart Warden with the intention of sacking it next turn, and I think I will do that. The reason we have Heart Warden over Sakura Tribe, or sorry, over Yavimaya Elder is because we can tutor it up with the Shred Memory while we're comboing off so that we can use it to complete our combo, essentially. We won't be double blocking the Thraben Inspector. Our life total is not super relevant in this matchup. Our opponent is essentially a burn deck, but, you know, you got to make them have it. Strands in the bin. That's definitely awkward against our win condition. Another Seeker sucks, for sure. We'll have to find a way to deal with that. And they're okay trading the Thraben Inspector with the double block, but we're just going to let it go through. And go to end step, get our land. I guess I could have blocked there. Probably should have. Oh well. We draw Terramorphic Expanse. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So we really only have 1 mana to play around with here, so I'm just going to pass the turn. We might sack our Heart Warden and then Grim Harvest on their end step. So I think that's what we're going to do. We'll block and sack and then Grim Harvest on end step. Probably getting Multani's Acolyte. There's a Squad Hawk that's going to represent additional flyers on later turns. Of course, I'd love to find a way to deal with this Seeker, but even a Spore Frog on this board is pretty good. We can just lock him down with the Fog Frog lock. Wait until we can combo off with Llanowar Druid. Yep, opponent gets in, so we'll go to blocks, block like this. And sack. I think we're going to thin first. Find Yavimaya Elder. Okay, that's pretty good for our looping. All right, go to end step. We will Grim Harvest back a Multani's Acolyte because it's going to draw us the card right away. We could use the extra mana, but from like a Skur Tribe Elder or something, but I don't mind that. All right, so that's pretty good. So 1, 2, 3. Gift of Paradise to Forest. That'll get us 2 of the 3 black mana we need to be generating when we combo off. Draw another Elder. That's not great, but it's something. We're up to 17 now because of the Gift of Paradise, so we've got a little while. And I got to start playing way faster. Opponent does not want to have any of our nonsense here. 2 red mana. Squad Hawk, yep. So they already have all 3 Squad Hawks. We've seen 1 extra one. Attacks. No non-creature spells to pump up the Squadron Hawk. We'll trade with the Thraben Inspector here. We don't mind Multani's Acolyte going to the graveyard. And we'll tap out, pick it back up. And what do we draw? Evolving Wilds. Okay, that doesn't really matter. So we will 1, 2, 3. Yeah, tap like this. Run out Yavimaya Elder and leave up 2 mana to sack it. And then we've got 2 mana for our Grim Harvest. We'll just play a land and pass. Slow going, but hopefully this will eventually lead to us winning somehow. I don't think they have any non-creature spells to pump up their Seeker, which has been kind of nice for us. Yeah, it doesn't seem like that. So just pecking in Squad Hawk damage for now. I guess they could flashback Prismatic Strands and kind of get us that way. They can definitely do that to get us while we're comboing off, so we have to be wary of that. We do have a Bojuka Bog main deck that we could draw into. But they can just, you know, do the thing on our combo turn. Draw Sakura Tribe Elder, that's not going to do anything. We'll Grim Harvest back the Yavimaya Elder. And pass. Alright, what do we draw? Acolyte. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Play out Elder. 1, 2. Play out Acolyte. Draw a card. Chainer's Edict. That does nothing on this board. Okay, pass the turn. So if we find Shred Memory, then we can go get our boots. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana generating by our forest. So we need to make 2 more mana. So we find Utopia Sprawl here, or another enchantment, then we can go off. And potentially win with Consume Spirit, although it doesn't look like it's going to be that way. All right, so our opponent's going like this. You got it. We'll take 4 down to 10. And I think we are still going to sack here. Get back our Grim Harvest, go find some lands, because I think we have to go off to win. From this state, definitely. Although we could have stole the Monarchy, but they're just going to get it back the next turn. There's Sprout Swarm. Well, there's a win condition. Just need black mana and our boots. We won't save this. Disfigure. All right, so play a land. I think we are going to go ahead and disfigure Seeker of the Way. 2, 3. Play out Elder. Play out Sakura Tribe Elder. And that'll leave us our mana to get back our Grim Harvest. But I don't even know if we have any fetchable lands left at this point. We're just very close to being dead. If our opponent has some kind of Rally the Peasants, we're gone. Unfortunately, we did not draw our Fog Frogs. And that's going to happen sometimes. We go to 6. Opponent's going to pass, so we will sack Elder. We would like to use its effect. Get our last land, draw a card. It's a Chainer's Edict. All right, well, I think we're just going to have to start edicting our opponent out here as best as we can. So play a land and Chainer's Edict you. Chainer's Edict you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Chainer's Edict you. Which is a start on their life total, but maybe not enough to win us this game. We'll steal the Monarchy for the extra draw, but I assume they've just got us next turn from how they're playing. They even have the Strands if they need it. Yeah. All right, 2 Strands in the bin. Opponent draws a card. We'll see if they got us here. We still need a couple of things to go off here. I guess we could Consume Spirit for some amount, some non-zero amount, X4, to gain life if we have to. They're going to Battle Screech, okay. And Raven Inspector, drawing more cards. Crypt Rats is even kind of dicey here because it may allow them to just lightning bolt us to death. More Battle Screeches. We have more Rats coming in into the sideboard too, so I'm not super duper worried about that. More worried about playing fast enough now. There's Utopia Sprawl. Well, we're almost there, gang. We just need the boots. On black. And play a land. I think we actually are going to have to consume Spirit. So that means we're winning with tokens this game. So we will consume Spirit, a Squadron Hawk. I guess it doesn't really matter. It deals damage and they have Prismatic Strands. Okay, that doesn't work. So are we just dead? I guess we could Grim Harvest back. We might be able to get the boots and win. So Grim Harvest back Acolyte. Play Acolyte, draw card. And if it's Shred Memory or Boots, I think we win. It's Crypt Rats. That's neither of those things, but it puts us dead to Lightning Bolts. But I mean, we're dead anyway, so we have to do it. So 1, 2, 3. Crypt Rats. We might as well attack with Skirt Tribe Elder. Go to combat, attack with Elder. Our opponent has the strands as well. I guess we gotta stack them. Alright. Grim Harvest goes. Yeah, so we'll get that back. Please. And 1, 2, 3. Play Crypt Rats. They only have the 1 strands that they can cast, so that's good. So Crypt Rats X1. See if our opponent lets it go. All right, Crypt Rats X1. So this means I get to keep the Raven Inspector, which kind of sucks. And we're at 3. And they're a Lightning Bolt deck. So I mean, it's looking a little tenuous here. But we're not dead. That's the turn. And at this point where we can combo off, like, we need that Shred Memory. And even then, like, we're still not guaranteed. Like, they have another Strands in the bin. Oh, they're 5. I'm at 2. Right. Well, we're dead. No way to gain life in the bin anyway, so that was coming regardless. All right. What do we bring in here? I think Quiet Disrepair is probably not as good against this deck as it is Boros Monarch. I think more Crypt Rats would be good. I think Fester Creep would be fine as well. Just bring all of our rats in. There's a debate, or there's kind of like a reason to have Thorn of the Black Rose here, given that our opponent will almost definitely become the Monarch at some point. So becoming the Monarch back might just be our best way to fight that. But I like our Wraths for sure. Although Fester Creep seems worse. I don't think Fester Creep is necessary. I'll bring in 2 Rats. I don't think the Glade Darts are that important in this matchup. A little bit of life gain there would have seemed good, but I think it's too slow. Granted, maybe it is worth it. What else could I take out? Yeah, I kind of like that. I might be able to lose like 1 Spore Frog, but I kind of like this. So let's go like this. See if we can't jank him out. Oh yeah. I'm not asking for much. We had a lot of top decks there. There would have been many opportunities to get lethal somehow. All right, well, this is dicey. This is a lot of Utopia Sprawls and our land not getting interacted with going right. Our opponent might have Molten Rains. Hopefully they don't, but they might, which would make this pretty bad. So go land. Utopia Sprawl on the land. We'll go with black, because we need 3 black mana from our forests to combo off. They go Inspector. We will go Utopia Sprawl on black. And pass. Man, this land is going to be going. Gladeheart's not too bad, but I think it's still just kind of too slow. And Seeker of the Way is a real fast clock. We'll have to deal with that. All right, so Gift of Paradise this. Gain some life. That's the turn. And the next turn we might be able to wrath them with Crypt Rats, which would be kind of nice to reset. They will get the big old Seeker, but we'll see if they play any more creatures. That'd be kind of nice. Digging for lands by the looks of things. Yeah, so Garrison comes down here. I don't think we can expect to get him any better with Crypt Rats, but even just getting a 2-for-1 with Crypt Rats is probably fine. Swamp. We did need that. Okay, so add a bunch of black mana. And Crypt Rats. X2. And hope they don't have an instant that costs 1 white. They don't. Play a mountain. Is this another Seeker? Guardian. Okay. Not a big deal. Grim Harvest. Okay. So we'll go green. Gift of Paradise this. Gain some life. Place a Cur Tribe Elder. Pass the turn. Although I should have waited a turn. I did this basically just for the life gain. Boggles lands. Exactly. See what our opponent does here. Flashes back. Looting. Guardian don't care about no Cur Tribe Elder. Oh, I didn't even think of that. It should have gone here. Okay. So Guardian gets in. We take 2. Because we must. Go get a forest. Turn comes back. What do we find? Evolving Wilds. Okay, so add 2 green. Play Acolyte. Draw a card. Utopia Sprawl. All right, so sprawl up this land just in case they do have removal. I doubt they will have land destruction. We should go on green here, I think. No, we shouldn't be that choked on green. Get black mana, play Evolving Wilds, and pass the turn. Yeah, Ancestral Mask would have been kind of sweet, eh? Maybe I should have thought of that. A couple more tutor targets. There's Palace Sentinels. I don't think there's any way we can get our opponent and steal the Monarch here. Although that would be really cool. I'm sure they have a removal spell. We take 2. Yep. Could go to Forest. And what do we draw? I don't know if I want to pay the Echo cost or not. I don't think so. Spore Frog. All right, sweet. Cast Spore Frog. And I think we want to do Heart Warden here as well. How much mana is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? This is 5 mana on a single land? No, 4 mana on a single land. So yeah, we can still cast Heart Warden. And pass the turn. And our Grim Harvest will be safe. Seeker, yep. Opponent goes to combat, attacks with the Guardian. I think we can afford to take 2 here, although we aren't really doing anything else. No, let's take 2 here. We might need the Spore Frog and the mana later. All right, so that goes in the stack. We will float some mana. Should probably float black mana. Sack Heart Warden. Draw card. Gift of Paradise. Okay. Opponent gets our Monarch card. We're not going to Grim Harvest because they could kill this and we'll lose it. We draw. Okay. So this isn't going super well, gang. So we'll Gift of Paradise up a land. Gain some life. Play an Evolving Wilds and pass. So now we can start Fog Frogging them if we see the need to. But we're going to have to play super fast if that's going to be our line of play. All right, so Fog Frog, going to buy them. They're going to kill it right now. Get themselves a turn to attack. And sure, we'll just let it go. No reason to fizzle Lightning Bolts. And draws a card. Yep. So we're going to get in for a bunch of Seeker damage. We'll see if it's too much Seeker damage for us to handle. Rally. Oh, it probably is. Are they just going to deal 16 this turn? Holy frig. 5, 9. Oh my god, it's so close. What's up, Snat DVD? Welcome. Oh no, and they bolt face. All right, I think that's it, right? So that's, we're down to 13. Oh, and they deal 14 damage. My god, okay. GG's opponent. No lander. See ya. This is like fine. It's got Fog Frog. Let's got a way to go get Grim Harvest. I'm into it. Utopia Sprawl on top. Good enough. We'll top that. And it's our opponent's turn. Mountaina. So it looks like we're playing Burn. Hopefully we find our Glade Hearts. Shred Memory does not help us in the Burn matchup. Spore Frog could be okay. Of course we get the Frog Lock in the Burn matchup. We got a good sideboard against this deck, so that's good. All right, let's see what happens. Probably an attack from Lava Runner. We'll see if they can bin a couple of instants and sorceries in the meantime. You can check it out right here, Snap DVD. Opponent chooses not to attack. It's a bold move. Go get our Forest. And next turn, we might as well be mana efficient and go with our Fertile Ground. There's more tutor ability, which is nice once we get the old ramp going. So I wonder what kind of loop we want to establish first. Probably just a way to draw cards, I would imagine. So next turn we'll go Utopia Sprawl, Fog Frog. Utopia Sprawl will be on black. I don't know what we should tutor for first. Probably just like Chainer's Edict even. Here comes Lava Runner. I guess I'll worry about that when the time comes. See if our opponent has an instant. They don't, apparently. Terramorphic Expanse. Okay, so we will add green mana. Utopia Sprawl up the Forest on black. Play Spore Frog. Play Terramorphic Expanse. Pass the turn. So we got him on the Fog Frog now. We got the Fog Frog lock established. So opponent can't kill us with Get to Lava Runner, and they didn't cast any spells that turn, so I'm assuming they're having a lot of mana trouble. And Searing Blaze. All right. Well, we will sack in response, which I don't think fizzles Searing Blaze. Do we still take the 3? Yeah, we do. Their 2 damage won't come through, though, which is kind of nice. They must just have a handful of Searing Blazes. I don't know why our opponent isn't attacking with Get to Lava Runner. This is strange. Okay. We will get a Forest. Maybe they're trying to prove that... Oh, no, it got fogged this turn. But they could have attacked with it last turn and didn't. All right, we draw... Evolving Wilds. Okay, so I think I'm going to deal with this Lava Runner this turn with Doomblade. And we can Shred Memory here as well, so let's do that. Add black. Transmute. Go find probably just Sprout Swarm. It's a little early for that, but we got nothing else going on, and Sprout Swarm just kind of like spirals out of control on its own. And we don't have any way to... Yeah, I'm going to grab Sprout Swarm. We don't have any way to kind of like answer what our opponent's doing. Just in case they care about this Lava Runner, I'm going to kill it now. Can't tutor for Glade Hearts, unfortunately. There isn't any landfall life gain creature that you can tutor for. Maybe I should have thought of that. Maybe I should have got... Yeah, it's a 3-drop. I wish it was a 2-drop. That would be amazing. We do have 2-drop life gain to tutor for out of the sideboard. And we have enchantments that gain us life as well. We just have to draw them. Granted, we could just be dead here. There's Alchemist. Okay, well, I know what that other Shred Memory is going to get. Go to end step. We'll get a Forest because we need lots to combo off. Turn comes back. We draw. Altani's Acolyte. Okay. So we'll add black. Transmute. Get Chainer's Edict. Edict you. And pass the turn. Still not a whole lot going on, but maybe someday we'll resolve a creature and start attacking our opponent. Or gain some life or something. Another Alchemist. Well, that's not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So we're almost there to killing that. Untap land does it. Untap land. Chainer's Edict to you. And pass the turn. Still just Montani's Acolyte and Sprout Swarm in our hand. I imagine our opponent's hand's got a little bit of a better texture than that, but we'll find out, I'm sure. Curse, okay. It's not super scary. We might be able to outpace that. Possibly. So we'll play Acolyte, draw a card before we do anything else. It's a swamp. I think we're going to bog them just to turn off Lava Runner and get our tap land down. Pass. And we'll see what they want to do. 4 cards in hand. They haven't been doing a whole lot. It would be nice to just like have a Soul Sister or something. Yep, Chain Lightning's us. Can't double it. It'd be cool if we could, though. If we had Gift of Paradise down, we could. Skewers us to 6. And are we dead? Not dead yet. I can't believe we're not dead yet, honestly. So we will Sprout Swarm, buyback. Oh yeah, absolutely. Start attacking our opponent with Dorks finally. But they have 3 cards in hand. We're going down to 5. So I can't imagine we're in very good shape. We are going to pay the Echo here, because we need to do something about our opponent being alive. Find Crypt Rats, ideal. Let's go to combat, attack like this, and make sure to make our land drop so we can keep making tokens if we plan to survive very long. Running out Crypt Rats is even part of a clock might be good, but I'd rather make more tokens. Searing Blazes a token. We're down to 4. And Lightning Bolt kills us. Needle Drop down to 3. Big yikes. I mean, Gift of Paradise helps a lot. There's ways that we can get out of this. Gladeheart doesn't do it here. We need to draw Gift of Paradise next turn. Oh, they have Fire Blast. Never mind. All right, let's go get our life gain. Let's see if we can't do something. We need to take out the Spore Frogs because they're going to do pretty much nothing. We'll bring in Quiet Disrepairs. And I feel like I had another piece of life gain. Well, we do have a lot of life gain main deck. You can probably bring him 1 Thorn. He was in the water. Thank you so much. 14 card sideboards, Handsome Boy and Escape Routes. You've been here for all of it. You have been here for all of it. I don't think the Crypt Rats are going to be very good either, so we can take those out. Probably bring our Thorns in and maybe 1 Gleeful Sabotage, but I don't find that would do anything either. I don't know what else I want. Ethereon, you guys are all here. What's up, guys? Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. You're the best. Even just like consistently ramping faster might be better than running a Crypt Rats, but I don't know. Maybe we'll do that. Subtrain indeed. I'm stoked. Let's do it. Bringing in another enchantment makes our Quiet Disrepair better too. This is bad. This is not going to beat burn. This has a chance. It has a potentially early Thorn of the Black Rose plus an answer to Lava Runner. We're going to bottom a land. I think we're going to have no trouble with lands at all. He's subscribed more than 3 months, but 9. Yeah, we've been hanging out for a while, Ethereon. Don't worry, man. I got you. I'm wondering if I should go, yeah, because it doesn't matter. Like, we won't hit Thorn any earlier if we don't do this. So we'll go like this, go on black, pass a turn. And that'll help us control our opponent's board a little bit earlier here. What did they find? Mountain into Lava Boy. Lava Spike. Still a Lava Boy. A Lava Boy of a different kind, but a Lava Boy nonetheless. We draw... I wouldn't mind that untap land now I'm thinking about it, but it doesn't matter because we got Steve. All right, pass turn. Thorn's a little dicey, especially Thorn without any kind of backup. Opponent's going to Thermal Alchemist, so we'll go get black mana. Or we'll get a forest, excuse me. So we'll probably get all forests all the way down here. We might get black mana with our Evolving Wilds, but we need enough forests to combo off, so we want as many as we can get most of the time. All right, what do we draw? Untap land. Well, that's not what we were looking for. Play Thorn. Become the Monarch. Play Evolving Wilds, and I'm going to thin before our end step. Get a forest, pass the turn. What do we draw? Life gain. Gladeheart. All right, we might get out of this yet, gang. That's pretty much 2 life guaranteed, which is kind of nice. But our opponent is going to take a minute here. It would have been so nice to have that down last turn, even more than having Thorn down. What if they have 2 Lava Runners? Boy, would I feel silly. So they're going to get Thorn, but we are still going to be the Monarch, fortunately. Maybe not that long. And, oh, what? Oh, that's so crazy. Okay. Sure. Okay, burn as the Monarch for any amount of time is bad news. That was such a good turn for them. Holy crap. All right. I don't know if we can beat that, guys. Grim Harvest. I guess we can Grim Harvest back Thorn and do it that way. Oh, God, that was bad. All right, pass turn. Wow. You can't disfigure Alchemist, though. It'd be nice to be able to disfigure Alchemist. I'd like that. But we couldn't. We're definitely going to hold on to Gladeheart for as long as we can. They're going to bolt the Gladeheart. Opponent. That's mean. Okay. Yep. We might just be dead. Nah. I wish it could. I wish it was. That would be nice. So Gladeheart down, meaning we probably won't become the Monarch next turn unless we Grim Harvest back Thorn, which is probably what I'm going to do. But Burn's drawn 2 extra cards. There's really very little coming back from that. We might lose our Grim Harvest because of it. All right, what's it going to be, opponent? We're at 8. You're getting an extra spell. They definitely have to have a Fire Blast by now. So we'll get back Thorn. Man, if they didn't Searing Blaze, like if they didn't have Searing Blaze Lava Runner, like exactly those 2 cards last turn, we might have been okay. But I think now we're just almost definitely dead. So play Thorn. Under the assumption that our opponent does have more removal magic for it. And pass the turn. Hope the card we draw is real good. But if they kill Thorn here, that's just it. On Thorn. And yeah, that's it. All right. All right. Well, we got 2 Gifts of Paradise. So this is Burn. I'm inclined to like it. Let's do it. We got a blocker on turn 2. We got a turn 3 play. Got a Chainer's Edict to control the board. I'm into this. Match 2. Let's do it. Utopia's probably awesome. Elder. That's not going to do anything. We'll play a land. Pass the turn. We're going to ramp pretty hard. If we can find a Grim Harvest or a Shred Memory, we might be off to the races here. Some more Boris. Potentially more Boris. More Boris Royalis. I think this is actual Boris Monarch, though. And they might give us enough time to set up. Disfigure. That's not going to do anything. So we are going to Steve here. That'll give us the untap land to enchant with Gift of Paradise, which will allow us to cast Multani's Acolyte next turn, too. And drawing a card next turn, drawing a card this turn. What's the difference, you know? Yep. Continuing to Boris. Man, it's weird that Boros Monarch was the deck I gravitated to. Maybe it's just like my patriotism. Maybe I'm just like super into Canada. And Alchemist Vial. All right, so we'll sack. Go get our Forest. F6. Even though my keys aren't bound to F6 anymore. Playing on tap land. Gift of Paradise up the land. Make green mana. Acolyte. And I don't know if I want to pay its Echo cost next turn or not, especially where our opponent can like almost 100% just remove it. It's almost like a waste. It's almost a big waste. 4 mana. Oh, they're just going to run out Palace Sentinels. Okay, well, 100%. If they don't play on tap land here, then we get to become the Monarch, which is great for us. Nice. Okay, so we are paying the Echo here. 10 out of 10. And we'll go black, black. Chainer's Edict. Maybe they just, like, they thought we were a mono green deck and didn't have a way to deal with this. And honestly, we are kind of lucky for getting that. Attack with Acolyte. Become the Monarch. And we got Sprout Swarm in hand now, so all we got to do is make infinite mana and we win. And is that so much to ask, making infinite mana? I don't think so. Draw Acolyte. Okay, that'll be all right for next turn. Now our opponent gets to go kind of crazy. They might just have another Palace Sentinels. They were probably just like, I'll eat a removal spell to cast Palace Sentinels. Looks like that's what it's going to be. Okay, sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So we hit on tap land. No, there's Glintock. Okay. The jig is up, gang. Maybe Sprout Swarm. Surprise, become the Monarch. That's pretty good, though. I thought we were having a good turn there. Chainer's Edict doesn't do it now. I wonder what does. I guess, like, as long as we can keep pressure off of us, and, like, if we draw a Spore Frog and they don't have the crazy explosive Rally the Peasants stuff going on, we should be okay. Our turn comes back. We'll go get a Forest, because I think we do have to combo to win. And draw. Consume Spirit. That doesn't really help us here. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Gift of Paradise up the land. Play Multani's Acolyte. I'm just going to play as many creatures as I can to try to possibly get around. There's Spore Frog. That's sweet. Try to possibly get around them and become the Monarch. And if not, at least make this Sprout Swarm a little bit better. We'll see if they start picking us apart here. Opponent's like, this is the weirdest Elves deck I've ever played against. It's a lot of incidental Elves, honestly. Why don't Elves just have an infinite combo? I guess they kind of are an infinite combo. Some Elves players have to actually worry about decking themselves. Just Elf problems. But if we can somehow steal the Monarchy back and then stick a Spore Frog until our opponent's turn, maybe we'll get to keep it for long enough for it to matter. All right, so 1 mana. Gonna Boris Garrison. 8 cards in hand. Just an embarrassment of riches. We do have a little bit of removal, so we'll see how this turn goes. They're gonna Prophetic Prism, draw a card. What's up, Linkenzie? How you doing? Maybe they'll just leave up Strands this turn. I can see that. Wouldn't it be a bad call? Oh, they could just leave a blocker back and pitch it. 1 hour earlier. We're in daylight savings time here. Opponent's just gonna get in with both. Yeah, they definitely have Prismatic Strands. We'll double block. Then we can disfigure this and start Sprout Swarming to try to become the Monarch. If they want to use a Prismatic Strands to fog a Heart Warden, then so be it. I guess I can use Alchemist Vial now. But it doesn't look like they will. Our turn. Opponent pitches Ancient Den and Great Furnace to hand size. All right, play a land, go to combat. Oh, that was a while ago. I don't know why we do it, honestly. It's kind of a little pet peeve of mine. Daylight savings time. Goes through the blocks. Oh, they're going to give it to us. Okay, sure. Sweet. That's awesome. Disfigure your Glinthawk. And I think I'm going to leave... I guess we can just do it now. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cast Sprout Swarm with buyback with our floating mana. Oh, you're making a joke. I didn't know that. Late. I'm late to the race. Cast a Spore Frog and pass the turn. So that should protect the Monarchy for us for a couple of turns. Yavimaya Elder, that'll keep things flowing for us, hopefully. And just looking for a couple combo pieces now. Or even like a recurable Crypt Rats. I'll take that. Journey. What's it going to hit? Well, I will not let you have my Spore Frog. But they can just Skyfisher this, so I assume that's what's happening here. Hippo Hobo won? Yeah, that was pretty savage. Oh, for real? Yeah, no, we're just getting ravaged. 2 pretty tough losses. And we can't get Spore Frog back, so it looks like our opponent's plan to become the Monarch will once again be realized. So I might just fire off this Consume Spirit and hope to win with Sprout Swarm eventually. Unless, yeah, it's another flyer. Okay, that complicates things. Need a Grim Harvest here. Need a Grim Harvest bad. Terramorphic Expanse, that is not a Grim Harvest. Okay, so we might still be able to do it. So Yavimaya Elder. Do some thinning. And draw a card. I guess that does mean we potentially lose Grim Harvest, though. I don't know if that's worth it. We can't transmute for it. We have to draw raw here. Would I try to watch on the bus? You can do that? Man. What a time to be alive. So we still have enough mana to Sprout Swarm here. We're just going to Terramorphic Expanse. Unfortunately, our opponent's going to become the Monarch again. But hopefully we can steal it back someday. Draw another card. There's another combo piece. This will help in the becoming the Monarch plan too. Like on data? Oof. Yeah, I guess other places in the world it's not that bad. But it is here. All right, getting in with the birds. Yep, we take 4. I'm assuming they either have some combination of prismatic strands and removal here, or like it'd be weird attacking with both creatures if they don't have a way to protect the monarchy. Granted, they could. Wouldn't fault them for it. There's Glintock. That is a way to protect the monarchy. It's debatable whether we want to sack Heartwarden to dig for more creatures or not. Like, I really don't know. But running all my creatures into my opponent next turn to hopefully become the monarch seems like a fine plan. And I think I'm going to do it. And what's this now? Red mana. I'm going to try to Galvanic Blast. Well, I'm happy that's going on a creature and not my face. We will Sprout Swarm with buyback. What's up, Dolphin Pengu? Oh, man, getting wrecked. No infinite combos. Might as well do this and pass over the turn. Mr. Big Stuff! Thank you for the sub, man. Thank you so much. Thank you. We're on a sub train like crazy. Well, I appreciate your commitment to it, Lankenzie. I really do, man. All right, so Galvanic Blast goes through. We've got our 2 creatures, and if we draw another one, we get a Hasty Boy. Potentially. So opponent continues being the king. How very Simba of them. Oh, I just can't wait to be Hawk. Glinhawk's life doesn't look very good, you know. It's like flying over these crocodiles and like razor grass all the time. Can't imagine the commute is very comfortable. What do we draw? Spore Frog. Well, I mean, it is what it is. So play a land. I don't think we're going to play Spore Frog and attack with it. I think we're going to attack with both Saffrolings and then play Spore Frog. Because they might use a removal spell on this, and then we can just keep doing our Sprout Swarm thing, and hopefully that'll do it. So Saffrolings, get in. I'm assuming they have Prismatic Strands, though. They like this. This feels deeply like a Prismatic Strands. Yeah. It definitely qualifies. Well, I mean, they said they would. And they could have blocked there too, but they didn't. And I'm cool with that. We might as well run out Sandals. Nah, we have enough mana that it doesn't really matter. Maybe we'd just rather 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We just make 2 tokens. I think we'll do that. Radiant Fountain gains them some life, up to 27. They're going to get in for 6 here. I'm not super happy about where our life total is, but 1 well-placed Crypt Rats could change that. So I'm assuming they have another white creature that we can't deal with at instant speed. We also have no non-green creatures in our deck, which is a little bit of an oversight. I guess Thorn onto the sideboard, if you count that. So they can't flashback Strands now. I like that. Although they might just have a million of them in hand. What's up, Dolphin Pengu? Thank you for the follow, man. Are you streaming tonight? Are you going live? How'd you do in the playoff? That's what I really want to know. All right, this is looking pretty bad. Opponent can flashback their Strands, and I think that means we can't Crypt Rats them for enough for it to matter. And they're leaving another Strands up just in case. Okay. So we will go with Sprout Swarm with buyback. All this mana. Spore Frog is still okay here. If we can find a way to get it back, we're in even better shape. All right, so get our creatures. Turn comes back to us. And I'm going to make them use whatever resources I can. You finally got the whole gift? Or that people can do that. Ooh, Shred Memory? Ooh, baby. Okay, so... Oh, can we go infinite here? No, we don't have Grim Harvest yet. Okay, so... Play a land. Play... Spore Frog. And we'll transmute for Grim Harvest, which means we get to draw a bunch of cards every turn. Not as many cards as our opponent. I'll still be jealous of our opponent. Drawing all their cards. But... we need Grim Harvest and the Elf to go infinite. So we'll get Grim Harvest here because it's just real good in our deck. And I don't know if we want to use the mana to get Sandals here or not. I guess we can buy something back and cast it? We have a lot of mana. Yeah, we can Grim Harvest plus get it back. And we have 2 extra mana. So I guess maybe we should run out Sandals just in case it matters. I don't know. Oh, that sucks, man. Well, you get him next time. Oh, yeah, it just like goes on and on and on. I didn't know that. It's like a thing you hold. So people can re-gift subs? Sweet. So attack like this. See if our opponent will Strands. And we're 1 card away, guys. 1 card away from the infinite combo. Our opponent has the Strands in the bin, though. Well, no longer. Granted, we could just make infinite Sprout Swarm tokens, so we could do that too. I'd honestly prefer to do that. So Strands on green. And I feel like they have another one in hand. They're making me believe they have another one in hand here. They're going to pick off one of our Saproings. Yep. That's okay, Mr. Big Stuff. You got it right there. You forgot to send a message? No worries, man. Yeah, I actually think we should use the 2 mana and play this here. We might need the mana next turn. So we'll go like that. Our opponent, 0 idea what's going on here. And that makes sense. Waltzmark, how you doing? Welcome, man. Trying to go infinite against Boris Monarch here. Yo, Boris. All right, opponent's going to attack, and I'm inclined to Fogu Frogu here. For sure. Pretty much under any circumstances. Because burn does kill us. I'm going to leave back 1 blocker. Okay, so no blocks on our side. And Spore him. Don't let me forget to get this back. Pop out the bin. Guys, don't let me forget to get Spore Frog back, okay? We haven't comboed off yet, but there's a chance this game. Unless our opponent's on, like, infinite +1 Prismatic Strands. At which point we'll try to kill him with Sprout Swarm. While leaving up Fog Frog Lock. Which, you know, all is going to be nice, tenuous, scary things to do. They have, like, infinite Core Skyfishers here. It'd be really nice to wrap the board with Crypt Rats, and then... Thank you, E-Freight. It'd be really nice to wrap the board with Crypt Rats, and then just, like, move on with our lives, but, you know, it is what it is. How do we have more cards in our library than or less cards in our library than our opponent is what I'm really wondering. That's my real question here tonight. All right, so Grim Harvest back, the Frog. The best. And we're going to leave up our 3 mana. Secure Tribe Elder, so we will play out Elder. Actually, I don't know if I have any basics left. But having another creature on board seems good. So play a land, play Elder. And pass the turn. How much mana do we have here? We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Plus 3 to get it back. So even if we did get something back here, we would need enough mana to get Grim Harvest back again. We can't do that. So you need 8 plus the casting cost of the creature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I have 1 more basic swamp at least in my graveyard. Prophetic Prism, yep. But not playing against her. Remander. Man, Remand. Do you guys think Remand would be good in Pauper? Opponent scoops. They can't beat the Fog Frog Lock. They scooped the match. The 05 Dream is dead. We won the die roll, and I would love to play first. No, this is way too slow. Hey, we got a Spore Frog. Can't lose. Snap it off. Llanowar Druid to the bottom. We would rather tutor for that later when things are going a lot better. All right, so we're going to Evolving Wilds and pass turn. We'll go get black mana with this one. Usually, you lost 3 matches? What? Usually we want to go get forests with these, but because, yeah, play Evolving Wilds. Because we have Disfigure in hand and we want to hit Gift of Paradise on time while potentially casting it, I like untap land there. Anyway, or untap black source this turn. Let's see what our opponent has. Oh, nope. Hopefully a dead thing. Abzan. Oh, for the love of God. Oh, no, it's Boggles. Is it Boggles? What is it? Is it enchantment control? Oh, God, guys. Guys, what is it? Guys, I'm scared. This is going to hurt, isn't it? Fog Frog does nothing against enchantment control. It could be Abzan Enchantress. I feel kind of like a dummy for leaving up Disfigure now. But we better get started on these Sprout Swarm tokens. It's going to be miserable. Abzan Enchantress would be my guess as well. So let's see if that's what this is. We're not playing any creatures for them to pacify, at least. And we're going to start making pretend creatures for them to pacify as soon as next turn. Definitely enchantment control. Oh, yikes. So their circle effects definitely make it kind of difficult for us to win. But I think Sprout Swarm is actually a pretty good card in this matchup. So we'll see if we can get that to hang out for a little while. I know he was in the Waters Revolution. Oh, no, that's okay. We, Quiet Disrepair. Gross. Okay, there's Grazing Gladeheart. I don't know if that really matters. I guess we might as well play it. So play Gladeheart. Play Terramorphic Expanse. And pass the turn. We'll start making tokens next turn. I promise. We did. We started an hour early, Terry. Sorry, I announced it on my Discord, and we got the go live on the Twitter. This is 100% going to be a timeout game. I can feel it. Our opponent does have Curse of the Pierce Dart, which, like, honestly, I'm not completely okay with. I don't really want them to, like, put a ethereal armor or anything on this, so I'm just going to try to kill it. Let's see what they go find. Hobble? I think Hobble will be a good get here. Kiritar's Desire would be fine. Quiet Disrepair. They're just going to gain more life. Well, that's one way to win a game. And we're definitely not going to punish them for it. Going to attack them with this 2/2, like a Baus here in a second. Go get a Forest. I wonder if they have land destruction in their sideboard. All right, guys, I have to somehow not click turn off auto yields, which, as you all know, is essentially against my moral code and just way of life in general. So it's going to be real hard. I'm going to get this down here just so that we have more mana to cast Sprout Swarm in the future. We'll play Spore Frog. It's going to increase the clock by the same amount this turn, although I'm sure my opponent's not super worried about that. And I'm going to leave it... I can't F6 because we might have to sacrifice in response to, like, Oblivion Ring or something stupid like that. All right, opponent disrepairs quietly. Up to 25. We're at 30. Black mana. What's this going to be? How are they going to kill us, though? I wonder. How will my inevitable death come? Oh, Pestilence. Yeah, you're right. I mean, we have Sprout Swarm, though. So we just wait till this goes away, and then Sprout Swarm. And Doomsday, clearly. Utopia Sprawl. Okay, we'll sprawl up this forest, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Go to combat, and we'll swing. On black. So we can, like, if they Pestilence X2, they clear the board. I guess we can put pressure on them by getting them to Pest X1 each turn, but now that they have a Quiet Disrepair plus another one in hand, we have no way to just, like, make sure there's no creatures on board. I don't know if they're going to kill the Gladeheart or not. They might just let it stick around. In which case, every land drop we make is more life for us as well. This opponent gets a Jillion mana to do a thing. What thing exactly? I have no idea. More life gain. Okay. And we'll see if they keep Pestilencing. Green, 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 green. Cast Sprout Swarm. If it becomes evident that me Sprout Swarming and them Pestilencing X1 doesn't do anything, then I'll just stop doing the Sprout Swarm. Because in terms of just time efficiency, it's not worth it. Now, what is this Shred Memory going to go get, I wonder? Probably... They are going to X2. Okay. Let's have a look through our deck here, gang. Probably just Grim Harvest. I don't really know what else I would want. Consume Spirit could eventually kill them. Heart Warden would be like fine, but I'm just going to Grim Harvest and pass turn. That way, if we ever do hit any of our cantrip creatures, then we'll be fine. And now I'm probably just going to F6 because we can't Sprout Swarm here, and our opponent is pretty clearly showing us that they're going to pest away our tokens at all times. Oh yeah, Boros Monarch scooped the match. It was sweet. Yeah, they're going to Kirtar Desire our Gladeheart that we can't sacrifice or anything. Draw Forest, play it, pass turn. Oh, dang it. Guys, when did I click turn off auto yields? Who let me do that? You're all to blame. Opponent pests X1. Oh yeah, Life Elk. Life Elk's kind of my boy. I kind of like this card a lot. Probably like kind of an inconsiderable amount. Yep, pests X1. And still not on the making tokens plan. Unless, of course, they tap out for some reason. Oh my goodness, they have all the Quiet Disrepairs. Sure. What do we draw? Disfigure doesn't do anything. So we'll have 6. Yep. Down on an even 26-26. What's up, Marilyn? How you doing? Yeah, I started early tonight. Sorry, man. Oh yeah, it does kill the Pestilence. You're right, though. Yep, pest X1. So on our opponent's second main phase, we'll have to do it. There it goes. Thanks, gang. Sprout Swarm with buyback. Bye-bye, Elky boy. I wonder if they have another one. Go to combat. Swing with the Saproling. And, like, I could get it back. Maybe I want to do that. That does increase our clock more than a single Sprout Swarm. So I think I will get the Elk back. And recast it. And your turn. Doomblade the Saproling. We might have to. One of these days, I might have to kill my own Saproling. And I'm a little hesitant to F6, just in case. Whoa, Marilyn. Thanks, man. Welcome back. 2 months. We're doing it. So opponent, they got another pest coming down. 3 mana. Heliod's Pilgrim. Okay. What are you getting? More Quiet Disrepairs? I wonder if I kill this. Curse of the Bloody Tome. You got it. The best Pauper sauce. Sure is. I make it with TLC every week. Curse. Okay. So I'm not worried about our opponent killing our creature's instant speed, so I'm going to Doomblade this. If for nothing else but to turn our clock up. And in a lot of ways, it does ensure the Pestilence doesn't stick around too. So Heliod's Pilgrim goes away. Total Life Recall. Oh god, that sounds bad. So if we mill our combo pieces here, then just combos off the table. But Crypt Rats is great, because for all the black mana we can produce, we can drain our opponent. If we do manage to get them down to a reasonable life total. And we can always just like kill it off to get back Grim Harvest to get a creature out of our graveyard. If we see something that's worth getting. So we'll see. I assume the combo is just not going to happen now, though, because we just don't have enough cards. We don't have enough copies of things to make that happen. Heliod's Pilgrim, you got it. I like Crypt Rats as a contingency against their... They have another curse? I wonder. I think it does. I think one's in the sideboard. They get another Quiet Disrepair. Okay. And we have no main deck answers to this, but we will in the future. It's kind of funny against Quiet Disrepair, because we're going to sideboard in Quiet Disrepair. Our opponent's going to have a bunch of Quiet Disrepairs. Just a bunch of funny stuff's going to happen. Cast buyback. Get a token. Turn comes back. We get milled. Heart Warden. Don't care about that. Go to combat. And swing. A little unfortunate that we can't kill this Heliod's Pilgrim without essentially wrathing our own board. I guess we can now. We should go X1. I wonder if I want to do that. All right, so add Green, green, black. I guess it doesn't really matter. We will get that back. Thank you. And if they have main board discard, I guess maybe it's not very good being in our hand, but whatever. Pass turn. Quiet the quiet. Who did I quiet? Am I quiet? Am I too quiet? Are they quieting the quiet disrepair? Yeah, they're quietly disrepairing they're quietly disrepairing the abundant growth that's in quiet disrepair right now. 2 mana. 3 mana. Protective Spear. Okay. So now they can pay life and prevent stuff of any color. So that's cool. All right, our turn. And what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this is going to be a tough one to win, gang. Opponent's at 44. Opponent's super quiet over there. All right, well, we haven't milled any of our combo pieces yet, so we got that going for us. There's Shred Memory. What's the only... Yeah, we can go get the boots here, which I think is what I'm going to do. So go like this. Transmute this. Get Swift Boots out of our library so that if we mill over our... Or Fleet Feather Sandals, sorry. So that if we mill over our Llanowar Druid, then we can just combo off and win. Grim Harvest isn't in the bin here, so I think I'm actually going to cast Secure Tribe Elder to make sure we have enough mana to combo off when it is time to do that. And then 1, 2. I think we are going to attack. I know, I keep calling them Swiftfoot Boots. It's silly. We're going to leave Crypt Rats on board just in case it matters. Too much EDH. I know. It's the worst. So our opponent could fog 2 damage here, but it seems like they're inclined not to. We have the Sprout Swarm that we have to go infinite with, which is, kind of a headache. Consume Spirit's already in the bin, so that's off the table. If we somehow manage to get above our opponent's life total, we can always use... we can always use something else, but... Or we can always use Crypt Rats. But I don't think that'll happen. All right, pass turn. So we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have to be making 3 more mana to go infinite with our forests. So there may be a Grim Harvest Sakura Tribe Elder loop happening here. 2 forests are in the bin. This is a little dicey. 1 good Pestilence turn could be nice for our opponent too. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. They're gonna hobble the Gladeheart, draw card. Yep. You got it. Play a land. I did. I started an hour earlier than usual. Go to forest. And yes, we will gain life. Mill. All right, so still milling lands. That's not ideal. Always yes, always yield. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we need 1 more land to win. So what I'm going to do, so I'm going to Grim Harvest back our Sakura Tribe Elder to make sure that we get it out. And then I'll pass a turn. We need 3 mana to get back Grim Harvest. So that I think I'd rather... No, attacking here doesn't do anything, so I'm going to pass. And then we'll Sprout Swarm on their turn. Yeah, gain some life. Quiet Disrepair. I like Hobble a lot. Hobble is definitely one of my favorite cards. Because it draws a card. It's really cool. Like, that's critical in this format, man. That's coming from the guy who knows essentially nothing about Pauper. I should be able to do that, yeah. Well, I can't do it on their end step. It has to be on... I feel a Pestilence coming on. All right, so we're going to go Crypt Rats X1. Oh, they can just like... Yeah, okay, sure. You can have your Pestilence for 1 turn. 1, 2, 3. Yes, we will get back Grim Harvest. We need that. And opponent They're passing. So we'll get a forest. I mean, this does give them the time advantage if we do have to combo off. Is either of those druid? Neither of those is druid. Okay, so in that case, we will draw with Multani's Acolyte. It should have been Yavi Maya Elder, actually, now that I think about it, because we can sack that. So play a land and pass the turn. We're going to be very conscious of our time here. This is going to take 100,000 years to combo off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so we're only generating 1 mana per loop here. And we need 5 for every token we've got to create, so that's 250 loops. And a lot more than that as time goes on. Yeah, maybe we should have played the Fog Frog. Maybe that could have been good. But I do feel a little committed to like making tokens here for whatever reason. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make a token. Well, this could just be a waste of time. Who knows? Make a token. And pass through. Echo, this will go away. We don't want to pay because we want our Grim Harvest back. Yes, please. And we draw Steve. Did not mill our Elder. So let's Grim Harvest back the Heart Warden. Play Heart Warden. And we don't have enough mana to go off this turn, so we'll do it like this. Pass the turn. I guess we could have drawn 1 there. Man, this is brutal. We just have to mill the creature we're looking for. Nonsense. Just like absolute and utter nonsense. And most likely us losing to having to combo off for 100,000 years. But if this was paper, so help me. And we're not going to tap out just on the off chance our opponent... Actually, no, we can just trigger it ourselves. So sacrifice Heart Warden, draw a card, get back Grim Harvest. Come on, Druid. Or Mill Druid. Either way. Doesn't matter. Still no Druid, but we do get an extra draw with Acolyte, so we'll do that. Draw with Acolyte. Druid. Land. Well, we are generating more mana per loop now. It's not in here, right? I'm not crazy. No, it's not. Okay, so we will Grim Harvest back our Heart Warden. Play Heart Warden. And we have 1, 2 extra mana besides the sack to get our thing back. So actually, maybe we should. Well, I will definitely run out Steve here. And pass. Now our opponent's ahead on time too, which isn't good. You can't read the names of the cards. I can't really read them either. I know it's got an old border. That does help. Steve. Yep, Abundant Growth, draws a card. We only have 13 cards in library. Like, it's got to be here somewhere. And opponent passes. Let's have a look and see. Double check, make sure it's still in there. Incoming timeout, though. Yeah, still in there. And a shred memory to go get it if we find that first. Have a mill. Let Acolyte go. And nope, still not there. There's Yavimaya Elder, but I think we're just going to stick on the Grim Harvest back our... Actually, no. Yavimaya Elder costs less to draw that many cards. So Yavimaya Elder. Draw a card. Don't search. Utopia Sprawl. Well, that is going to help combo off when the time comes. So Utopia Sprawl. Up this land. Black. Go get... Multani's Acolyte, I guess? Tap for 2 green, play Miltani's Acolyte, draw a card. Shred Memory. Okay. Well, we don't have enough mana to go off this turn, but we will be able to win next turn. All right, no attacks. And pass. Because we do have to get our Grim Harvest back, so we're going to get Grim Harvest back with Heart Warden at the end of our turn. And then we're going to make Infinite Sprout Swarm tokens. Do we have enough turns to do that? How many does this mill? Top 2. So we'll have 1 card in library. By golly. Are we doing it? Probably not, because we don't have very much time. But we're going to try. All right, who wants to do the math to figure out how much mana we need? Another Protective Sphere. They don't really matter in doubles. I wonder if they have Prismatic Strands. Does this deck run Prismatic Strands? Do you guys know? So sack Heart Warden. Get back Grim Harvest. Draw card. Another Grim Harvest. Yep. Mill. There's Llanowar Druid. Echo, so this will go away. Don't pay. All right, well, hopefully our opponent doesn't have an answer. I am going to Chainer's Edict now so that if they do have Prismatic Strands, they can't flash it back, at least. And we're going to go Grim Harvest for Llanowar Druid. Cast Llanowar Druid. Here we go, gang. Cast Fleet Feather Sandals. Oh, God. Okay. Equip this up. Tap all our forests. Sack this. Untap the forests. Settle in, everyone. Grim Harvest. Get back Llanowar Druid. Holy vey. Llanowar Druid. Here we go. Here we go, guys. We have gone infinite. Although our opponent might have an answer and they're just timing us out anyway, so I don't know. Go like this. Get back Llanowar Druid. Get back Grim Harvest. I should be tapping these for black mana. Our opponent's going to float mana as well. All right, so black mana, black mana. Get back Llanowar Druid. And to believe in the 3-2 dream, that's right. Granted, this is going to take 100,000 years, so maybe we are too late. Opponent, going to float mana in response. Grim Harvest. Untap the forests. I wish we could demonstrate a loop. That would be great. That'd be really, really great. Okay, so Grim Harvest. I need 450 mana. Are you kidding me? Okay, well, if that's the case, I'm going to shred memory here. Go get... No, never mind. That was just stupid. I don't have... It must be in my graveyard. Anyway, guys. Never mind. Pretend I didn't do that. Yep, they might have Pestilence in hand, too. I'll feel like such an idiot. They probably do have Pestilence in hand. So it actually doesn't matter. Oh, frig. That's it, isn't it? They have Pestilence in hand. So even if I get all my creatures down... they'll just Pestilence next turn and all my creatures will die. Rip. Okay. Well... maybe we just, like... Can I just ask in the chat if they have Pestilence? Yeah, the clock's going. There's no way to do it in time? No, there probably isn't, eh? I can't get Consume out of the graveyard, unfortunately. 2 cards in library. Oh, we just lose next turn. Oh my god. Never mind. We just lose next turn. Because our creatures don't have haste, and they mill us for 2. All right. Bring in the Quiet Disrepairs. Never mind. Yeah. Never mind. I was comboing off like crazy. Yeah, that's pretty rough. Did we tutor for anything we didn't have to tutor for? I don't think we did. I attempted to tutor, but didn't see anything. Okay. So bring in our Quiet Disrepairs for the... Beautiful. Bring in our Quiet Disrepairs for their enchantments. And I think Crypt Rats is going to be relevant when they're trying to get a Pestilence to stick. So I'll bring in more Crypt Rats. Spore Frog isn't going to do anything. And I'll take out one Glade Heart, and we'll do it like that. Yeah, you have to use Sandals, and you also have to, like, Grim Harvest and stuff, like, cast the creature. Guys, we were comboing off, but we didn't have enough cards in the library, so it didn't even matter. Our opponent just had us anyway. You're gonna blame it on your Japanese teacher. Yeah, you tell them. You tell your Japanese teacher, but don't be mean if it's not actually their fault. So the Nettle Sentinel meme is the only way. Oh, for Sprout's form? Yeah, I think so. Maybe. There might be another green creature. I think that's the only green creature that untaps whenever you cast a green spell. All right, we gotta somehow get a 3-minute advantage and still win. We'll keep. We have a Quiet Disrepair. We have a turn 2 Gift of Paradise. Got Grim Harvest in hand. Can't lose, right? Black mana. Pass the turn. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Opponent F6ing through their turn. Just kept a no-lander? I'm into it. And you please win on turn 3. I need to go to bed. I wish I could win on turn 3. That'd be amazing. All right, Gift of Paradise up another land because we're not untapping them individually, so it doesn't matter. Whole whack of mana, whole whack of Grim Harvests. Not a lot to do with it. Opponent's back down to 20 life. We did it. We found out how to kill them. Opponent finds their Jungle Hollow. And we draw Evolving Wild, so we'll just play it. Pass turn. Maybe getting Quiet Disrepair down here is how to win. But I think they're going to try to get us on the mill plan. We're one Swiftfoot Sandals away. We're one Sandals away. Oh, dang it. Graveyard Hate. What do you mean? Well, gang, we're on plan B, which is super bad against decks with a lot of removal. All right, what do we find? Acolyte, I'll take it. So Acolyte's still a beater. If they incidentally don't have an answer for it, then we're good. Draw a card. It's another Acolyte. Play Acolyte. Draw a card. It's Terramorphic Expanse. Play Terramorphic Expanse. Pass the turn. So no boots. We are going to have to pay a lot of Echo costs next turn. It's pretty much Summoner's Pact having 2 of these on board at the same time. Gonna make us exile the wilds. You got it. I could disrepair the relic. You're right. Maybe we'll do that next turn. Opponent going to Fertile Ground. We'll go get a forest. I think I will do that. Geez, I like that. Yep, get rid of Terramorphic Expanse. Bunch of Echo costs. Yes, please. Yes, please. And we will disrepair your relic. And crack it when we need to. Go to combat, attack with the Acolytes, pass the turn. I wish they would just die instead of getting, like, pacified or whatever, but there's not a lot we can do about that. Opponent's going to sack relic. Disrepair goes away. Got another one. Not so far. Or a Nurlid. Not anymore. Play Utopia Sprawl. Faranil, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. Welcome to the Jank Bank. We were going infinite last game. We weren't winning by going infinite, but we sure were going infinite. In the most embarrassing fashion ever, possibly. All right, what's this opponent? More Nurlids? Pestilence, okay. No way to activate, and we have 2 Grim Harvests in hand, so I'm not super afraid of that. Both of our creatures will go away. So it shouldn't stick around very long. Find a forest, go to combat, and swing. So gnar. Man, that's so gnar. Yeah, Aura Nurla would be okay in this. I agree. So we'll see if our opponent's going to use their black mana. They're going to get one of our Grim Harvests. That kind of sucks. Do they have another Castigate? Does not appear that they do. 3 mana, Crewfix is in sight, so they're not going to activate Pestilence yet. They want to keep their Pestilence around. Opponent gets an Abundant Growth and a Fertile Ground. Okay, so nothing too scary. Sakura Tribe Elder, I think this is just a good beater right now, so we're going to keep it around. Go to combat, swing. Even if they play a creature, we can... If they pest our creatures away and play a creature, we can still get rid of... Yeah, Castigate Exiles. It's pretty bad A, huh? So we don't have any way to just kill them next turn. I really wish we did, but we don't. But they are at 6. Acolyte beats potentially getting there. Not super optimistic, though. Russian foil stomping grounds. I wish. I guess they can just, like, they can pest and wipe us out. Desperation style. Red mana is the Electrickery. Quiet Despair, sure. And I'm not going to sack Elder here because I need the beats more than I need the land. Yeah, usually I'm right on time with a Wheeler RPG. This week I am going on a little bit earlier. I had the deck techs recorded by the time I knew I'd be doing that. We're just drawing lands like champions here. I almost wish my opponent would kill my Autonomy's Acolytes. Draw a couple more cards about it. We have them on a 2-turn clock if the one Quiet Disrepair is what they're going to be using here. And they are going to Pestilence now. Okay, so we'll sack Elder in response. Get a Forest. Lose a couple Acolytes. We are going to get one back, though. So grab Acolyte. And cast it. Draw a card. We can't sack this in response. Oh, we can now. So cast Crypt Rats. And opponent's at 5. So this is pretty much lethal. Unless they have an answer. I guess they could just pest on their turn. But, I mean, we're just going to keep getting stuff back. We can just get Crypt Rats back, I think, and then kill them with it. No, never mind. They're getting life. Was not taking that into account. I'm going to pest X1. Yep. Our stuff dies. Grim Harvest goes in the stack. Get back Grim Harvest. F6. It is an excellent little card. Good little engine. They might have a Castigate here, and then we're just like completely screwed, but maybe they don't. Wonder if they have a creature. I mean, they do get to keep a creature for a turn. Then we have to kill their creature. So I get Protective Sphere down. They do have to pay life for this, so it's not actually very good. We'll go 1-2. Get back. I kind of want to get back Crypt Rats here, so we can actually get Grim Harvest back instant speed if they have more graveyard hate. And Crypt Rats will kill them next turn, so I'm going to get Crypt Rats. Tap like this, representing 2 black mana to hit our opponent with if we have to. But really, we shouldn't. If they do have a removal spell for it, then we can ping with 1 on the stack. But I think they're dead to rights next turn. Unless they have an answer for this. I guess we'd have to respond to this somehow. Black mana, Relic. Okay. So, black. Sack Crypt Rats for 2. Wait. Sack Crypt Rats for 1. So it doesn't... Oh, man. Is it... No, it's just dealt to you, so we're good. Get back our Grim Harvest. Hopefully playing as fast as I possibly can here. They're going to get all of our creatures. Kind of sucks. So we have to draw out of this somehow. No, there is not a lot of time for thinking. So I think they'll probably sack here, I imagine. Take out Evolving Wilds. They're not going to crack. Okay. So they'll probably crack in response to the Grim Harvest, but that's okay. We had a Sakura Tribe Elder helping us out. And we will draw more creatures. We're deceptively actually a creature deck. Granted, they're also deceptively actually a pacifism deck, so there's that. Fertile Ground, yeah, it doesn't matter. What's this now? Abundant Growth, drawing away. Oh yeah, the unpunt. Unpunt is essential. So our opponent pretty hell-bent on responding to the Grim Harvest here, eventually. I don't know if Gift of Paradise actually matters. But it will keep our opponent down until they're on the mill plan. Why wouldn't I F6 here? I can pretty much F6 safely, but... Waited one turn to cast Rats and Acolyte? How do you mean? They get 2 Pestilence. Like, while they have Pest down? Oh, yeah, because they could just kill it. You got it. Gladeheart. Well, our clock is now faster than their Fertile Grounds, or faster than their Quietus Repair, so we got that going for us. All right, opponent's at 10. Part of me kind of wants to just like chuck the Grim Harvest at like a creature to make them sack Relic, because you can get it back instant speed by sacking Sakura Tribe Elder. So I don't know what they're looking for here. Maybe more pacifisms? Like, they must have at least one. They have 2 Pestilences in hand, so creatures aren't an issue for them. They can just run out Pestilence and deal a bunch of damage with it. Jukabog, that's kind of nice, but not going to do anything. Just nice to find your one of Graveyard Hate. Yep. Going to ping themselves, prevent damage. Cast Bajukabog. Gain some life. Bog you. And we'll get rid of Acolyte. Maybe they have another... maybe they have another creature in hand and they want us to get rid of the Edict before they go with this, but I don't know. Not having any cards in our graveyard will allow us to play faster. Will we see Pestilence? It appears so. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm going to Pest X1, so we'll sack here. Get a forest. Gain some life. And we can Edict ourselves here to get rid of Pestilence, and it's probably what I'm going to do, even though they have Relic. Feels kind of bad, but I think I'm going to... Oh, they have another Pestilence in hand. Maybe that doesn't really matter. I guess making them cast it does. And prevent damage. Yep. Yeah, I think I wait until I have another removal spell in hand, and then do that so that I can... When they cast the next Pestilence, I just kill it at instant speed. I have a feeling they have a creature coming down for some reason. God, I wish I had Tranquility. I have Serene Heart in my sideboard. Yep, Serene Heart definitely should have come in. All right. Heliod's Pilgrim, yep. So now we'll go with the Chainer's Edict. Nope. All right. 2 creatures on board. It's Edict time. So Edict you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Edict myself. Yep. I'm just doing this to draw a card. They can't Pestilence anymore anyway while this is on board. Unless they somehow make it, like, indestructible. Which I don't see happening. So Edict myself. 4 Gladeheart. Pass turn. Alright, opponent. Your Pestilence for 1 more turn. To ping for 1. If you want. Mm-hmm. Also have a Doomblade in hand. if I need that. Echo, pay. And go to combat, swing. They have less cards in the library than I do, but I feel like it won't get to that. Pass turn. Yep. Gaining essentially infinite life. And F6ing by the look. I wonder if they clear the mine in there, like even just one. Consume Spirit, that's interesting. Yeah, so that can blank our Consume Spirit, and I don't think my opponent's going to tap out at any point. All right, pass turn. We might be. Depends. Just keep clicking. Our opponent might have another... might have Curse of the Bloody Tome, but we haven't seen it yet. I wonder if they have counter magic. Doomblade. Turn comes back. Sakura Tribe Elder. I will cast that as a beater. Oh, dang. Clicking so fast. I'm like resizing stuff. All right. Your turn. Opponent has 17 cards left in their library. We have 26. But they have Curse of the Bloody Tome, as far as I know, at least one. So when they find it, that might be the end of our fun. Shred Memory. What can that even find us that we want here? Swiftfoot Boots? Did I bring in any spicy sideboard tech? Quiet Disrepair. Unrelic? I like that. All right, go get... Yeah, maybe Sprout Swarm? Yeah, Sprout Swarm. Pass turn. It could have been Serene Heart, you're right. Granted, it wouldn't have got rid of this. It would have made it really hard for them to use it, but it wouldn't have gotten rid of it. Maybe Sprout Swarm isn't even correct, because it just takes so friggin' long to click through it. Yeah, maybe I just don't even want to do this. But I'm gonna. All right, go like that. Pass turn. Draw land, go to combat, swing. Because our opponent can essentially just wait until they're dead, and then F6. Yeah, there goes everything. Okay, sure. So now we'll stop Sprout Swarming. Pestilence goes away. They can make another one. Do we have any edicts or anything left in our deck? No, our edicts and our... So our removal's gone, except for Disfigures. So if they have another Ore in our lid, then they'll just close this up. I guess we can block with Sprout Swarm. I'm going to Castigate. There goes Sprout Swarm. Jungle Hollow. And do you have more creatures? So is Consume Spirit. I don't think we can combo off now anyway. We might be able to. We have Grim Harvest. We have to get the rest of our combo pieces. There's another Pest. Yep. Kind of weird, but I'm expecting they play a creature on second main. Nope. Bye-bye Pestilence. Our turn. We find Crypt Rats, which I will definitely play. Play Crypt Rats, pass the turn. All right, opponent. It's a strong term. We can't filter, no. That wasn't the plan. It would be sweet to do that, though. There are 2-drops that do that as well. So maybe I should consider it. Heliod's Pilgrim, sure. Goes to get just nothing. Maybe Quiet Disrepair. I don't know. What do you draw? Yavimaya Elder. Cast it. And pass. Will 100% swing a Yavimaya Elder into a Heliod's Pilgrim. Not in green, I don't think. Or not in black either, I don't believe. Not in either color. Turn goes back, we find Fertile Ground, go to combat, attack with Elder. And we draw the card when it dies anyway, so who cares? Opponent lets it through, we pass. No point casting the Fertile Ground. We're already making enough mana to combo off, and even though we can't, we do have the mana for it. Opponent, no attacks. Yep. We draw Crypt Rats, go to combat attack. I don't know that there's any point casting it, really. No, there's not. Just keep on passing. Oh, I guess, yeah, we could just play a red spell. Probably. Now that I'm thinking of it, like, we pretty much need to be making every color of mana to win anyway, so it seems a little silly that I wouldn't run one of those. Opponent just going to take 2 down to 38. I don't know if casting these Crypt Rats matters. I guess we could just like try to drain them a bunch of times, but our life total is lower than theirs, so that's actually not a feasible way to win. All right, continue attacking them. And I mean, I don't think this is scumming at all because we could win. Like, we can go infinite. Even through like Cracked Relic, we can just keep sacking stuff in response to all the cards we have we need are in our hand. I guess we could keep like 0 cards in our graveyard. Draw Shred Memory. I don't know if I want to go get the combo or not. Probably not. I probably just want to keep this gameplay loop going. My opponent's lost some non-zero number of life. Oh, they destroyed their Quiet Disrepairs because it was hurting their clock. That's next level. Pitch Crypt Rats. Maybe I should have kept the Crypt Rats. Who knows? Heliod's Pilgrim. They only have 4 cards in library as well. And we got them. Sweet. Opponent's going to try to win in 3 minutes and 3 seconds. Whew. Okay. Let's bring in Serene Heart. Now that we've got the chance. Consume Spirit feels kind of bad, but I want it. And Gladeheart actually mattered a little bit there. Disfigures, I kind of like having my removal spells. Yeah. What do we take out? Maybe like 1 Rats. Somebody scooped a match. I don't think Sprout Swarm is going to matter. We don't have enough time to cast it. All right, not a whole lot of thinking here, gang. Yep, keeping. Serene Heart in hand too, which is pretty sweet. Evolving Wilds, crack Evolving Wilds, get a Forest, F6. All right, guys, I got to pay attention. So this might not be super stimulating or anything. Pass turn. Opponent, Fertile Grounds. Yep. Crypt Rats. Pass. We should probably actually ramp because we want to be able to Crypt Rats them out eventually. O-Ring, sure. Cast Gift. Yep. Tap for green. Acolyte. Play a land. Crypt Rats. Pass. O-Rings. Sure. Just jamming right now, gang. And we will pay Echo. Straight through to combat attack. Elder, Jukabog, F6. All right, opponent. What's going on over there? Combat, swing. I guess they're just going to like bank on us running out of time before we can attack them to death.
But I got other plans. Maybe they have Pestilence. I guess that would suck. Hey odds, Pilgrim, sure. Goes for Kirtar's Desire, sure. We will Chainer's Edict you. Combat, swing for 4. F6. I don't think there's any reason to Serene Heart yet. Maybe there is. We'll see what they play here. If they play another Pacifism? No, okay. So I might have to do it here, just so I can continue attacking through this Heliod's Pilgrim. Maybe not, though. I can attack with Yavimaya Elder. I'm just going to cantrip here. Oh, maybe they're trying to make black mana. Double black. Yeah, maybe I should cast it here. To give our creature... Oh, yeah, I definitely have to do it now. Especially if we plan on winning this game. Or maybe not, no. Play land, go to combat. Swing, swing. Yep. They bounce, play Elder, and pass. Yeah, you have to give it Druid with Sandals. Sweet flavor, though. Opponent goes 3 mana or an Arlid. That's bad. I guess it's not that bad. What is this normally? Gets +1/+1? Oh well, I'm just going to block it with a bunch of stuff. Crypt Rats, okay. 1, 2, 3. Play Crypt Rats. Then our opponent's attack step will Serene Heart. Which kind of sucks. It does run us out of black mana, but we will be able to kill this Oran Arlid. Thankfully. Yep. Our opponent is incentivized to play a bunch of stuff. Goes to attacks. We will Serene Heart. Blow up the auras. It's a 2/2. Go to blocks. Block with this. So we draw a card. Let's block with the Steves. Yeah, block with it. Never mind. Can't. All right. Yeah, Maya Elder. Whoo! Oh, why did I do that? All right. Turn comes back. Combat. Attack with these two. Yep, they take 2. Play Swamp, F6. Fast play is the only way. Granted, they are at a pretty low life total. Relic, doesn't really matter. They're digging. I wonder what they're digging for. Pestilence? Combat, swing, swing. For now. And I comboed off needlessly in game 1, which is funny. 3 mana or an Arlid. It's a 3/3. I don't really care about that. Hey, we got him. Sweet. They said it couldn't be done. Yeah, this hand's really bad. It's just too much black. We get a draw and like to play another creature, but too slow. Too many black spells, no black mana. This isn't a lot better, but it's a little bit better, so I'm going to keep it. We do have our tutor. We have a way to make double black mana. I'm going to bottom Evolving Wilds. And we'll go with black mana on this one. Oh, is this Tron? Guys, the Tron matchup's so bad. Oof. Oh my god. Okay. I'm in the play fast mode, and I played Evolving Wilds first, where I should have played Utopia Sprawl, but it's not going to put us back that far. Now that we have all the mana that we need. Oh, it's not. Okay. Is it Blitz? Ugh. That's really bad. So Shred Memory is going to be going to get removal spells. I think we get Forest here. We can get double black now off our Utopia Sprawl Fertile Ground. I think this is a Blitz. Is it Blitz? We do have a little bit of hate for them, so that's good. Play land. Utopia Sprawl the Forest on black. And our opponent's probably wondering if they should daze or not. Fertile Ground, pass the turn. We can go get Chainer's Edict, which is nice. I feel like I would have run out of Daze back there. I think Daze is going to lose a lot of value here. We can go get Chainer's Edict with our Shred Memory and cast it in some reasonable amount of time, but... Oh, Counterspell too. I wonder what this deck is. Maybe it's just like a... It could be anything. Like Swiftwater Cliffs and a Delver could mean a lot of things. Heartwarden. Okay, so play a Forest, play Multani's Acolyte. Have a look at the top of our library before we decide whether or not we're going to transmute. Opponent might let this go. I'd really like it if they did. I don't think they understand that a removal spell's coming by any chance, but... Magic Online Digital Objects. If this is a control deck, they better start playing a lot faster. They let it go. And we have to awkwardly transmute for Chainer's Edict here, so they'll know it's coming, but ooh, Crypt Rats means we might be able to sneak through a Crypt Rats instead. So transmute Shred Memory. Big Delver? Big Delver's cool. We'll get Chainer's Edict. I think it's just the best bang for our buck here. Pass the turn. So we'll see if they remove Multani's Acolyte. I would guess Blitz as well, but I don't feel like Blitz plays a lot of Swiftwater Cliffs either. Accumulated Knowledge. This is definitely a control deck. Definitely 100% a control deck. Which Grim Harvest tends to be kind of good against. Alright, here comes Bug Boy. Yes. And it looks like they're holding up counter magic for our Grim Harvest. Or for our Chainer's Edict. I mean, that's pretty good. We will pay. Swamp isn't bad either. Alright, so go ahead with Chainer's Edict. You. These are black mana. Here comes Counterspell. Yep. So play Heartwarden, go to combat, and swing. We can Crypt Rats X2 next turn. That sets us back pretty far, but I mean, we won't be dead. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Untap land lets us flash back Chainer's Edict as well. Ooh, Teamer. This is cool. Maybe it's like Rug Delver. Maybe they have another Counterspell. That would suck. Untap land. All right, let's see if they have another Counterspell. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have black mana. Do you have another Counterspell, opponent? 2 hard counters plus Flip Delver is pretty much game against any deck, but... Ah! Okay. Oh, I felt that in my bones. Okay. Well, we'll see. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I want to know what they're doing too. Opponent's going to get in. We are at 11. Soon to be 7. If you can't answer Flip Delver, you just die. Nimble Mongoose. So that is absolutely what they're doing. Oh my god. Do they have another... I'm going to tilt into another dimension if they have another hard counter. So we have to Crypt Rats here. So Crypt Rats X2. I mean, I might as well attack, I guess. Probably should have attacked first, honestly. Go to combat, swing. I don't think they can get Threshold here. Yeah, Canadian Threshold. I have heard of it. See if opponent blocks. No blocks, okay. They go down to 14. What are they going to do? They can't stop this Crypt Rats. Right? They might have Mutagenic Growth. Why would they have Mutagenic Growth, though? So we'll sack Heartwarden and draw a card. And Crypt Rats X2. Sweep the board. We have Grim Harvest in hand to continue doing that. Are they going to Vapor Snag? Sure. So they lose a life, take 2, lose their... Oh, is this another Vapor Snag? Touche, opponent. Oh, they Thought Scour themselves. Okay. So they get to keep Nimble Mongoose. That's horrible for us. Well, opponent had the absolute nuttiest draw of all time. But, you know, that's cool. It happens. So we're down to 3. We can't Wrath with Crypt Rats. And we die. Nice. Do we just die? I guess we can play a blocker plus Chainer's Edict them, but then we're on, if they counter any of those spells or flip Delver, we lose. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? Oh my god, okay. So, what do we want against this deck? Probably Crypt Rats, because they have Shroud creatures. Fester Creep doesn't feel that good. Thermal Karst is probably good, so we'll bring those in. And Thorn of the Black Rose. So Crypt Rats, Thermal Karst, Thorns. We will lose the Glade Hearts. We will lose the Heart Warden. We're going to have enough time to draw our combo pieces or our tutors. Lose the... Spore Frogs are pretty okay. Well, they have a lot of counter magic too. Spellbomb? Yeah, Spellbomb would be okay. Take out the Spore Frogs. I don't think we're winning this on Froglock. And... Huh. Sprout Swarm's probably too slow. Actually, no. Sprout Swarm's probably okay. I guess a Disfigure answers Delver. Like, we want our removal, I think. But maybe the Edicts are good enough. Maybe take out the Fertile Ground. And maybe I only want one of these Crypt Rats. I don't want to shave an Acolyte or an Elder. Yeah, maybe shave one of these Crypt Rats. We'll go 3 Crypt Rats. All right, let's see if we can get them. Nope, that won't get them. This is equally as unlikely to get them, but I feel like there are 5s that are worse than this, so I'm going to keep Crypt Rats on top. All right, no fetch on turn 1. A little awkward. So Forest, pass. We definitely want Crypt Rats. We don't have any enchantments to power it up, but we definitely want it. We could use Land Destruction too. All right, play Forest. Let's go Forest Steve here. Pass turn. See what kind of plan our opponent's on. It's a cool deck though. Nimble Mongoose, yep. So I don't even think we sack Steve here. I don't think it's worth. I'm going to Edict them while they don't have blue mana though. That was crazy, man. Their draw last game was insane. It doesn't target, so they get to keep it. Go to combat, swing for 1. So we'll be slow going on this one. But I'm hoping we can somehow establish a win. Yep. Nimble Mongoose. Okay. So we definitely want to get rid of that. It's going to set us back quite a bit, but I feel like our opponent won't have anything going on if we do. They could just have Daze to really blow us out here, but I feel like you can't play Daze in this list, right? Get a Swamp. Yeah, man, I wish we had a way to punish him for it. So play Crypt Rats. And we'll Crypt Rats X1. And pass. We do not want that Mongoose becoming a 3/3 and causing us a whole bunch of trouble. And we'll eventually have Chainer's Edict mana. They get their second blue source. I think blue is definitely what we want to cut them off if we have the opportunity. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's represent Disfigure. Play Rose. Become the Monarch. Wow. Nope. Oh, opponent. Wow. Mana leak. And now they have hard counter mana up. Plus probably a Delver. What's this? Motka Rioteers? Hooting Mandrills, probably. Yep. Threshold, just Threshold. All right, so get a Forest. I feel like if we can, maybe I shouldn't have taken the Fog Frogs out. I feel like if we can control their board enough, like they just don't have a chance. So play out Multani's Acolyte. See if that warrants a counter. Does not seem to. Find Gift of Paradise. Okay, well, Gift of Paradise. Up our forest. Hopefully this resolves, because that means next turn we can just go tutor up another Edict. Pass the turn. Accumulated knowledge. Cool. I don't know if I want to keep Acolyte around or not. I think I do. Geez, I wish we could tutor up our land destruction. Keep him off 2 blue would be so good, I feel like. I'm going to get him for 4. I think we want to keep our Acolyte around. I think we need a way to attack them. Our turn comes back. We'll pay its Echo. Man, I wonder if they have another mana leak. I'm going to be so salty. Maybe I just want to shred memory for... No, I think it's fine. So 1, 2, 3. We'll go get Chainer's Edict. I feel like just having enough edicts should do it, but I'm not 100% on it. Opponent's just like representing the counter magic like their life depends on it. Let's get another Chainer's Edict because it's better against counter magic. Try to edict them. Discredit it till you have it. They're super hot on having the counters. But we can start flashing them back next turn. So if they don't find a threat, then this will just go away soon. And we have Crypt Rats to wipe away any of the little stuff. Opponent takes 2. And the opponent takes none. Opponent takes 2. Holding on to the bolt just in case they want to kill it with us. Kill us with it. They find a Delver. Oh, are they going to brainstorm? No. We're going to have a difficult time cutting them off any mana now. 2 mana. Accumulated knowledge. Pretty good little bit of card advantage. And attacks for 4. Yep. Oh my god. If they have more counter magic, man, the salt. The salt is coming. Okay, so Edict you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can feel it in my bones. Yep. We will not pay 3 for mana leak. And I think we just have to pass and block this turn. As much as that sucks. I am leaking. Jeskai Monarch is American Monarch. American Monarch. Okay, so I think we should anticipate a young man named... What's his nuts coming down next turn? Nimble Mongoose. F yeah. Okay, so we do have to block here to stop them from... If we just find a way to make another black mana, to stop them from being able to just kind of like tempo us out or making us unable to Crypt Rats effectively. But if they have more counter magic here, like that's just, they've drawn like absolute lunatics. Chain Lightning, yep, we go to 8. And yeah, we'll see what their hand is. 2 mana. Like, I think we need... So if they make another Mandrills here, I think we have to hit Black Source. Oh, God, they're representing Counterspell. Well, play Crypt Rats. But I don't think we'll even get to activate it. So this is kind of like a non-thing. Play Secure Tribe Elder. And pass the turn. We could survive at 1, but they're a Lightning Bolt deck, so I'm not super optimistic about this. Last card is Bolts. Sure is. Okay. So we can't go X1 or we die. We can go X1 and then Sprout Swarm to chump block this. That turns on Threshold. So we have to do that or we die anyway. All right. Sack Sakura Tri-Builder. Get a forest. Yeah, this is insane. Okay, we can't go X2 or we die. So we'll go to 1. Oh no, we just die anyway. All right, my bad. Didn't do the math right. That's a match. Whoops. Okay, that was insane. Their draws were nuts, weren't they? Like how was it that good? They made that deck look unbeatable. Hello out there in YouTube land. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching the entire league. As you guys saw, this deck is capable of going infinite when you want it to. It can win a couple of matches in unique ways, and Sprout Swarm is just a super powerful card. I think that's pretty much what we learned. Also, just having that much mana all at once is great, and Spore Frog will make your opponent scoop matches. If you're going to try this deck out, I would definitely take it into paper where you can just let your opponent know you're going infinite, draw your deck, show them your win condition, game over. I think that would be the best way to do it. In practice, in the tournament practice rooms, or 4 or 5 games where I just had to scoop because I was going infinite, but I couldn't go infinite fast enough to win the match. Anyway, thank you guys again for watching. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for sticking around for the entire league out here on Twitch. I appreciate it, guys. Have an awesome night.